Enough about me, enough about the product. Let's get into this. You ready? So, when I was thinking about having this set up for each level, there's certain things that the advanced guy needs that the newbie is just not going to be ready for. He just doesn't have the experience yet. But with that said, I still wanted to have an entire interaction, how to break it down for somebody that has no experience to feel that they're confident enough to go out tonight and meet that girl and at least get the number or pull her home the same night, take her home that night. So what we're going to start off with is the newbie timeline. And even before we get into that, we're going to have a big primer on what attraction is, how to convey it, what it means. And then each section is also going to have a mindset. So we have the beginner newbie mindset and the things he's going to be wanting to cultivate and work on. Then we'll get into what to say, how to open on what to say, and the direct approach and how that alone conveys a lot of the attraction that we talked about and how to convey that. Then after the approach, very logically, we're going to move into the middle section of what to say, how to never run out of things to say, what type of stories, what that ultimately conveys, how the woman is going to interact with you, and moving that into the end game, which is going to be getting physical and closing. Things like getting the number, moving her around, and taking her back to your place. Then we'll go through some other side little adjuncts of emotional intelligence and the frames of reality that you have, moving into the intermediate timeline. So you see here, we're going to go through the same process at the intermediate level, starting with the approach, doing more high-risk approaches, how to convey even more value and more attractive qualities at the very beginning of the interaction, and that makes most of your work later on take care of itself. Even things like getting resistance in the bedroom at the end of the night can be taken care of at the approach section. Then we'll get into the mid-game there and how to own what you say even more, how to make your stories even more fun, and make the interaction more playful. Moving on into the end game, and a lot of the intermediate stage problems that they have is getting out of that friend-to-friend, buddy-buddy frame into the more man-to-woman, I'm awesome and I'm going to take you home with me tonight. So that is as we move into the end game for the intermediate, we're going to take care of that. What's cool though is that let's say you are an intermediate or you're an advanced guy. You might be thinking, well, I'm just going to go straight to the advanced section. I think you'll definitely come to that and know exactly what I'm talking about and get a lot of value out of it. But what's cool is I've secretly put in throughout the program ways like even in the intermediate and the, let's say the newbie level, when we're talking about the approach, these are going to be foundational things that each other level is going to build off of, and we'll give you little glimpses even at the newbie stage of where an advanced guy should be. So if you're an advanced guy and you've been approaching a lot, you can still work on the approach in the newbie section and get a lot of value out of it. A lot of times the things that happen at the end, when you've had years and years of experience, you forget and you get a little sloppy about some of the fundamental things. So I think it'll be good, no matter what skill level you're at, to start at the very beginning of this process and go through each level sequentially. Then when we get to the advanced frame, these are the things about really doing the high-risk approaches, learning how to get with the hottest girls in the club, the hottest girl in the club, make that happen, and consistently every night you go out, you feel in that good frame, you know what girls to look for, and even the ones that aren't down, you know how to get them to, get them chasing you, and get it so at the end of the night, they're the one taking you home, trying to make it happen, as opposed to you always being the one to make it happen. Sound pretty kick-ass, right? So as we go through the process, I'll very obviously break down each section into different videos.